I was doing drugs willingly for a long time, but I never had a problem. You know what I'm saying? Getting high, smoking weed, perks. That's what really did it. And Percocets. I was doing real Percocets. It wasn't no problem at first. You know what I mean? Boom. Tired of spending that extra cheese on that one pill. You feel me? It wasn't cheap. And then somebody brought some other joint around me like, nah, this valid. It's cheaper though. I never knew what fentanyl was. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know nothing about that.
That's the first thing they gonna do is take the love from around you. Take the love from around you. If they can't do that through the people, if he can't do that through the people, then he gonna make you feel like you don't deserve the love around you.
That's true. Isolation. How do you have a kid on this earth that you say nothing to, that has no memory of you, and you not dead? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
How you feel? How you feel with your son? Like when that could have been that could have been the same story. Because you see, some things work in curses.
Ooh,
and this
I get what you're saying.
This is why I bring it up.
They don't be expecting to hear this from a young man, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is stuff I always believed, thought of. Yeah. It's just we live in a world where people want to hear the ignorance. Y'all want to go see me outside with G40 and sliding on ops and rapping about BS. You know what I mean? That's not what it's about. I mean, could have been going through it. I was going through it for real, really doing it and rapping about it. But how long do we last doing that, though? You know what I'm saying? How long I'm going to last if I'm really doing what I'm rapping about? You know what I'm saying? So now I'm going to rap about the positivity and see how long I last rapping about that. I should only be able to elevate.
I always help somebody else before I help myself. Give words of wisdom to the youth to help my mental health. I gotta feed somebody else before I hate myself. Who would've thought it'd be a day I'd really hate myself? I'm not ashamed to say I know I gave up on my health. The substance stronger than my mind, I would decline to help. Without the cash and cars, it won't be nobody left. You can't be putting nobody first who feeling for theyself. For every tear that shed, I'm feeling what somebody felt. Would've thought it'd be a day I'd really hate myself.
You know what I'm saying? It's about, I give words of wisdom to the youth. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's about. It's the youth.
Heart. It comes from the heart.
Turk Tha Savage, man. Appreciate you joining us.
It's good, man.
What's good, bro? How you been?
Appreciate you having me.
How you been? 5 years.
5 years?
Yeah, since our first interview.
Sheesh, how do you count?
Yeah. It's been a long time, bro.
Yeah.
So, how it feel, bro? Since our last interview, a lot happened since then. You was a new rapper, like basically a new artist. I think you probably like been doing the music thing, but at that time, you had just dropped your first mixtape, which was Street Intelligence at the time.
Street Intelligence. You
had that going. I don't know if you was with Perception Empire at the time. I think they was just starting out too.
I was.
You was already with them.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Mama Dukes was at that interview.
Mm-hmm.
You know, supporting you. So, that 5 years ago, fast forward, life is a crazy thing. Now, fatherhood, we're going to get into it. But so much happened since then. And what we're going to uncover in this interview is a little bit of a testimony. Because you've been through a whole lot, overcame a whole lot, and now we're here.
Right.
I want to say this too, man. For the people who don't know Turk, your personality is such that no one can really know what you're going through based off of how, you know, they see you. You feel me? Like you could be going through anything, but you keep a calm level demeanor. You feel me? So I think this is gonna be like, it's kind of like the first people hear about some of the things you've recently been rapping in your music. I know 90 Days is out right now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
What's that song about? Just let them know real quick, a little bit.
So with that song 90 Days I got out right now, I was talking about like recovery. So I went to rehab. When I went August 18th, I got out like November 6th, did about 3 months, just a little less. I got out earlier because I did what I needed to do. But I started rapping about recovery. When I first got out of rehab, I wasn't rapping about recovery, but it made sense to do that, you know. But I had to learn how to accept what I went through first, you know what I mean, to be able to just say, okay, this is what I want to promote. But with the song 90 Days, I'm really like speaking about my recovery. And I was in there for 90 days, you know. Like the first lyric I said, get on my knees and pray to God. That's when the blessings come the most. You weren't there when I was dying. I don't even wonder where they go. You know what I mean? Shoot, when I was dying, where they was at, you know what I mean? They wasn't there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You talking about,
I'm blessed to be here today, so I thank God for that.
Yeah, you calling out some people in your circle in that song too.
I mean, anybody who wasn't there, nobody specific. If you wasn't there, you wasn't there. You know what I mean?
I think the date was, I want to say July 27th, around that time. July 25th, probably. I'm coming out my car. You know, I stay in Pompano. And for lack of better words, you know, out in Pompano, you know, you have people in the streets going through it all the time. You feel me? You got people who's what we call in Florida fiends. You know, out there you got people who's homeless, whatever the case may be.
Call them fiends, bases, or junkies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was all of the above at one time.
Well, I'm coming out my car. I see a man approaching me. You feel me? That look like, you know, he's been out in the streets for a little bit. Dreads like yours, eyes like yours, you know, light skin. I'm like, man, this homie look familiar. You feel me? And then ended up it was you. And it was crazy to see you in that situation, being like where I met you at. You feel me? You always put together like you are now. You feel me? You a real, you know how to carry yourself. So it's kind of crazy to see somebody go from that to this. You feel me? So that was July 27th. Take me through that day, just that day, what was going on, what happened, what your day was like before you ran into me that day.
Sheesh. That day was depressing. So before I ran into you, I was just roaming for real. Like, I was just roaming.
How you got out there from Delray?
I met somebody, you know what I'm saying, that put me on. You feel me? I knew some people, but really it was more of a thing where it was like, feel me? I ain't got no problem owning up what I've been through, but it's like getting high in my city the way I was going. I wouldn't have continued to do that with seeing like people that knew me. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't have been able to, I would have had to tighten up. I didn't want to tighten up. You feel me? As much as I did, I wasn't strong enough to do it. So guess what? Being out there, nobody knew me. So it was like, shoot, y'all can look at me any way y'all want to. I don't care what y'all think. You know what I mean? Like, I'm here for one objective. You know what I mean? Nothing else, you know?
Right.
So that's what that was, you know? So, but yeah, man, that day, it was crazy. You know what I mean? All those days I was there was crazy because it was like, at first everything was just cool. Yeah, I'm getting high, still getting money. But then it got to a point where it took control over my mind. I didn't want to make music. Couldn't really eat. I couldn't function. Body weak. You know what I mean? Like,
So that day, not to cut you off, that day, because I wanna get a perspective on that day. So that day you was already out there for multiple
however long
days.
I was there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what you was doing, where you was sleeping at and all that.
I wouldn't sleep.
You was roaming around all
I'd be
day.
up because I couldn't trust being asleep around anybody. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'd be up. Sometimes I'd be up for like a week. You feel me? Like, it was bad, but
Okay.
I couldn't keep doing that though. I used to be feeling like I'm about to die. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I'm like, shoot, my brain, I need sleep.
Yeah.
But I ain't want to go home, bro. So
And it's interesting that you went away from anybody who loved you, the people who loved you. You got away from that community. Was that something that you did intentionally at the time, or you, in retrospect, you like, okay, that's what I did, or did you feel like?
I did that because it was like, if I knew that it was something that would hurt you, and I was gonna keep doing it, then I just wouldn't be around you. So instead of disrespecting you and making you feel hurt from me being around you doing that, I just would not be around you. So it's like, yeah, I know you want the best for me, but I know I'm gonna keep doing what
And
you
you
don't
ain't
want
want
me
to
to
be
do.
saved.
Nah,
At
so
the end
I'm
of the
like,
day.
you know what? I'd rather just not be around you, then you won't see me like that. And then that's what the drugs are doing. So I could have thought about you, but that was it. It wasn't nothing I can do to go out my way to come be around you or nothing. Cause I didn't have no control.
And look how that worked. You ran into me.
Yeah.
But,
I ran into
you know,
you.
I was
that was God too. I'm like, hold
Yeah.
on, what the heck? You know what I mean? You gave me a better outlook. You know what I mean? Like, bro, you could do this, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You better than this. And you took me back home.
We took you back to OG, and you was back outside. So me knowing your OG, I know she love you. She don't play about you. So
100.
what happened with that? Like how you ended up being back outside from going back over there?
All right, so what happened was I would go home because something in me still told me I wanted to stop. But I would get home and I'd be so sick that it's like, instead of just going through the sickness and feeling like hell, I just rather go do it again and not feel sick. So it's control your brain. It take full control of your brain. It's like, okay, yeah, you got to be sick for like a week, feeling like dying for a week before you get okay again. But I was tired of sitting in the bed sweating one day for like a month. You be in that joint sweating, can't stop moving, your legs shaking, you can't stop moving your legs. You get hot, you get cold.
You ain't used to it.
You know what I'm saying? I never been sick. I got a strong immune system. So once I got sick with that stuff, it was like, wait, hold on, what's going on? It would make me feel like myself. But when I would do it again, it took the sickness away. But the problem with that was it's only so long before you can't function. You know what I'm saying? There's functioning addicts every day within anything. You know what I'm saying? Addiction is within anything. You can be addicted to water. You can be addicted to gambling, addicted to exercise. You know what I'm saying? It's any types of addiction. But they say, you know, whatever you do too much is not too good for you, other than praying. But, amen. You feel me? But, yeah, I would go home, couldn't take the addiction. I'm like, I feel like I'm dying. And I found myself right back outside. I came from. It was nothing I can do.
So
but,
how you made it back to Pompano that day?
Shoot, I probably didn't walk. Went to the train, got on the train, walked.
I think that's what you was doing. Because when you went to rehab, you told me you was going to take the train. So I think you took the train back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what exactly happened that got you into that situation of like the addiction?
Addiction?
Yeah. Because from the story I remember you told me, I think you said you might have been laced with something.
I mean, pretty much. No, I mean, I was doing drugs willingly for a long time, but I never had a problem. You know what I'm saying? Getting high, smoking weed, perks. That's what really did it. And Percocets. I was doing real Percocets. It wasn't no problem at first, you know what I mean? Boom. Tired of spending that extra cheese on that one pill, you feel me? It wasn't cheap. And then somebody brought some other joint around me like, no, this valid. It's cheaper though. I never knew what fentanyl was, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know nothing about that. I just
But they said it was.
No, they
didn't say the name.
No, they just said,
right.
no.
It was just some fake perk.
You feel me? Yeah, they like, oh yeah, this is, you feel me? It's cheaper, but it still do what it do. It's like the same thing, like a muscle relaxer. So the whole time my brain, okay, this is a muscle relaxer. I'm doing it. Had me high. I'm like, okay, cool. You feel me? But at first, when I first did it, it would have me like, throw up. Like, it'd be too much. But I always smoke weed. So when I used to do that one pill, it used to make me feel like I done smoked weed all day. You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, snap.
It lasts a long time.
Yeah, so I'm like, whoa. You know, it was different for me. But it made me more calm and relaxed. Because I'm an up person. So when I get high, any downer or something, really just make me mellow. And I always think. My brain always running. Don't stop. Mm-hmm. Help me be able to not think about certain things I don't want to. It made me numb. That's the best way to explain it.
Yeah.
And I like being numb at the time. You know what I'm saying? There's no real life being numb every day. But at the time, I like being numb because it's like, yeah, you don't get to sit there and have to sit there and face the reality of a lot of things.
What you going through.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
you running away from something.
All the time.
At the time, you know what that thing was that you was running away from?
Myself.
Yeah, but what about yourself?
Oh.
What's the realities that you wasn't really down to face at the time?
Deaths. Okay. A lot of deaths. People closest to me dying, going to jail. There was a lot of that going on. People I never thought would be around or something I thought they would be that wasn't. A lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Having a kid young, everything. Man, there was a whole lot of everything that was just like, I always lived a fast life. I feel like everything caught up to me.
Yeah.
Everything caught up. I'm like, whoa, sheesh, this is what life is like. Starting to see what life really is, taking it for what it is. I'm like, okay, yeah, this ain't it. I don't want a part of this. Mm-hmm. But eventually I had to realize, like, life is what you make it, though. You know what I mean? You can't never, the truth always gonna hurt. You know what I'm saying? Especially, I feel like the more you know in life, the more, like, of the reality you know about what's going on around you, it'll want you more away from it. I'm just being honest. Think about any scientist or the people who's the smartest in the world. What happens to them? People call them freaks because they know too much. The more you learn, the more you start to want to be away from everything because you're like, oh, snap, this is the reality of this. This is how that really is. This is...
Knowledge is a real burden. That's why ignorance is bliss.
Definitely. People would rather be dumbing down.
Exactly.
They'd rather be dumbing down or dumbing somebody else who is smart down just to be around them because they don't want to elevate with you. Or if you too smart, then it's like, oh man, instead of me trying to learn too, he ain't cool or something. He a nerd. He this, he that. You know what I'm saying? When knowledge still is key though. You know what I mean? Like, you still need knowledge. But Hey,
Yeah, I was really good at seeing through your bullshit, because I'm good at seeing through people. You feel me? And I know at the time, as I said earlier, I kind of got vibes when you were serious and when you wasn't, based on the same way you talk right now. You a very articulate individual. You very smart. So even when you was using drugs and when we was out, you was really good at expressing yourself and had a good perspective about the situation.
yeah.
So when you went to rehab, I don't know if I believed that you did, but I had hopes that you
That I
did.
did.
Yeah, you feel me? And I think your people called me
He told me
looking for you.
they
and
mean I left.
I don't know if they knew you went to rehab or
Oh,
not.
they knew I went.
Okay.
But they found out I
probably
left.
They probably didn't know where you went to.
They like, well, hold on, this man in left rehab. I would go and leave. I would go and leave.
Yeah,
go and leave.
you go to
and leave.
rehab and leave rehab.
Yeah, because I would be sitting in that one room they had you in when you go in there, because you got to go to detox first before you
Okay.
go to the 90-day program. And when you in detox, you sitting in there with a whole bunch of people in there. It's like a solemn or something. You're just looking at white walls. You in there like, what's going on? They
Yeah.
steady trying to come take your vitals every 5 minutes. I'm like, bro, I'm still sick in there too, because I did a cold turkey. I didn't take Suboxone. I didn't go take any of the other drugs to wing off. No, I just faced it. It's like, it just kept me somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that sickness was killing me. I'm like, you know what? I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
And I leave. I tried. That's why I would go.
Mm-hmm.
But I would leave. Then eventually it got to a point where it was like, hold on. Are we going to fast forward some things, right? I stayed for like 3 days in detox or something like that. Almost a week, actually. Boom. They gave me a shot called Vivitrol because I ain't have nothing in my system yet. Vivitrol is a shot that they give you. It's an opioid blocker. So if you try to do any purge, any opioid, it's not going to work. But that's what I was chasing. So I'm like, okay, I got that shot. They sent me to the residential side, the 90-day program. Soon as I got over there, I walked in the door. I seen everybody in there. I'm like, I got to get out of here too. So I went to go try to get high again. I went all the way back out there. And as I'm getting high, I'm like, I'm not high. It's not working. I'm sitting there trying to fake like I'm high so it can still give me, you feel me, whatever. But I'm like, yo, in my mind, it made me think like, what am I doing? I called my mom. Hey, mom, pick me up. I'm going back to rehab. I'm going to stay this time. I stayed. You feel me? I went back. I stayed. Got through the whole thing. Yeah.
And that's why those around you is important. And the devil gonna try to take. That's the first thing they gonna do is take take the love from around you. Take the love from around you. If they can't do that through the people, if he can't do that through the people, then he gonna make you feel like you don't deserve the love around you.
That's true. Isolation.
You feel me?
It's the devil.
And progress is steady, man. Progress isn't like, boom, you checking, you trying to get over it and you just go cold turkey and you just finish through. Like, it's expected to fail and you get back up and fail and get back up. But I told you first day, I was like, bro, you stronger than all this shit, bro. For real, like
I want it.
100,000 and look. But I want to go back. I'm gonna put a pause on the story. And I'm gonna take it back to our first interview. You talked about, I think, JB. I don't want to butcher nobody's name. You have a father figure, stepfather earlier on, named, is it JB or
J-Bo?
J-Bo. So J-Bo that's who you grew up with in Chicago?
Florida.
Okay. And he's been in your life since how old?
Say my little brother, he's 17.
He was 17 years old?
Not since I was 17. I'm saying my little brother, he's 17 years old so since he was born.
Since he was born.
Yeah.
Okay. And you what? How old or how much older?
I'm 23 now.
Okay.
I'm 23.
So your biological father, you say you don't know him.
Mm-mm.
Do you feel like that's that's something that you have to battle with, you have to deal with?
Nah, I let it go a long time ago. It was plenty of days where I was in the streets just doing stuff, and I'm like, you almost died today, and they ain't had nothing to do with drugs. And I thought about it. I'm like, I'm in a whole nother state. I'm not from. I done almost died a couple of times just doing stuff. You know, it's life, it happens. And I'm like, hold on. This man wasn't even a known. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
you
you got a
ain't.
whole kid on this earth. You know what I'm saying? Someone have you wasn't even a known. You know? Period. Dead at the man in my head. You know what I mean? Like,
But
have no
there's a
shame of that.
difference. There's a difference between, you know, what you intentionally.
Yeah, I get what you're trying to say, but it's like, how you have this for anybody, right? How do you have a kid on this earth that you say nothing to, that has no memory of you, and you not dead?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You got plenty of kids. You know, I don't got no shame of that. It's like, yeah, I don't want you to feel bad as a father because you still made me. You got things you had going on in life too, but that ain't no excuse. You know what I mean? I don't know. If you alive, bro, say something to your kid.
100%.
At least I'm gonna be there.
You know what?
as
I'm right.
much
I'm
as
right
I
there
can.
with you because I don't understand it.
I don't get it.
I don't. But what I'm speaking on is there's choices that we make. There's choices that we make subconsciously based on a search that we don't know we have. You feel me? So whether you
trying to say, like, as a man, sometimes you have kids and still be trying to find yourself type
and you
thing.
still be trying to, like, not really yourself, but like the fatherhood, or for example, you got J-Bo. It sounds to me like he's been solid with you.
Always.
So you have that father figure, but there could be a battle subconsciously there, where you have that anger towards your biological father.
No anger towards him. I forgive him.
Okay.
I forgive him 100%. I learned to forgive the man.
Okay.
But that don't mean that I would go out my way to try to get to know the man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I forgive you. You good. But
Yeah, 100,000.
I don't want nothing to do with you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
100,000.
saying? You ain't want nothing to do with me. I don't want nothing to do with you.
Yeah,
Keep
full
it that way.
circle.
You know what I'm saying? I got a
Full
son.
circle.
I look out for him.
Yeah, I was just gonna-
get
I
the
was
love
just
for
gonna
him.
talk
I'm living
on
for
that.
him now. You know what I'm saying? Forget him.
You got a son
And
now.
guess what? He got a granddad that love him.
How
know
you
what I'm
feel?
saying?
How you feel with
Did
your
it.
son? Like when that could have been that could have been the same story. Because see, some things work in curses.
Ooh,
And
I get what you're saying.
this is why I bring it up.
Mm.
Some things work in curses because, like, your situation, you had a son around the same, right around the same time, and it ain't your heart, but it's a possibility that anything could have happened. You could have overdosed, whatever it is, and your son don't really know you.
I ain't gonna let that happen. You know what I'm saying? This got bad when I had my son.
Yeah.
Cause I thought that, I'm gonna be honest, like, I didn't choose on having kids, you know what I'm saying? But I did, and I'm like, yo, I was living a crazy life. So in my mind, I'm like, dang, bro, like, most people say it'll speed you up, make you get more money, make you do this.
Call, yeah.
But it didn't with me. It made me start going downhill because I'm like, dang, but if I keep doing what I'm doing, then I'm not going to be in his life. You know what I'm saying? And not drug-wise, the way I made money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, dang, it made me more stressed. Cause I'm like, bro, I don't want to do this, but how I'm going to feed him? I never was no 9-to-5 guy. I always used my brain. But things was just crazy at that time. There was a lot going on. So that's when I started falling downhill more with the drugs. Is when I had my son. It was just like, it was a lot. You know what I'm saying? It ain't his fault. It's my fault. But I'm just saying, like, that's when everything went downhill. So it could have been like that. You're right, though. You feel me?
100% could have.
But you know what? If I went out like that, my situation would have been worse because I would have been gone. I would have been dead. You know what I'm saying? He alive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So my situation would have been worse. It would have been more selfish. Even though I still was going through what I was going through, I feel like I would have been selfish if I killed myself doing drugs while I got a son on this earth, and then he wake up one day like, man, why am I here? You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't do that. So I thank God that I got the help I got to be able to learn and build that bond and be there for him and stuff, because I'm still young myself. I had to learn that. You know what I'm saying? I know I always felt it, but it's one thing to feel some type of way than put energy into it. You can love your son and then not put no energy into him. You know what I mean? Yeah. I put energy into him now more than ever because I have no excuse to not. I don't have nothing that's telling me, man, I wake up in the morning, I got to go through this substance. Then do this substance, then I sleep all day. Then repeat the cycle. Mm-hmm. No, I don't do that no more. Now I wake up, be like, looking forward to, hey, where he at? What he doing? You know what I'm saying? So when he around, I'm teaching him stuff. And the more you do it, I don't know. But for me, The more I teach him stuff, the more I watch him get happy when I'm doing certain things with him. It make me want to keep doing it. Like, make me want to do more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I do week to week with my son and mom. Like, man, Halloween came, he went with me. I'm like, bro, where my son at? You know what I mean? Like, you get moments where you just want him to be, because you know, I don't know. It's like a growing process, especially when you see yourself in them. You teaching them things that give you a thrill, especially since I've been teaching other people's, you know what I'm saying? I've been teaching everybody everything they knew before then, you know? So it's like, if I did it with grown man, try not to cuss for real, but if I did it with grown man, why can't I do it with my kid? You know what I mean?
You should be.
You should be 100% into
You should be, and it's a healing process through him and through you. You feel me? He give to you and you give to him.
Yeah.
But you know, we as men, the biggest thing is, I think all men should know that you fight generational curses.
Yeah.
You know, you fighting as a man, you fighting legacy. You fighting like the past and the future. You feel me? Because you may not want to talk to your biological father, and I know you forgave him, and I'm only bringing this up because it's a circle. It all connects. Your son could have felt the same way about you. You feel me? You love drugs more than you love me.
Mm-hmm.
He probably wouldn't even wish you was alive, like, because the choices you made. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't know your father's story, but it's things that happen in our personal worlds that we don't know is gonna affect worlds after us. You feel me?
Got you.
And so, like, your son should be. You've won him. You've won his future in a lot of ways. You save yourself and you save your son. You feel me? But you gotta recognize the generational curses that you dealing with when it comes to your biological father.
That's true.
But I know that story connect to your father a little bit. To me, I believe that it did. That's why I brought up the topic. So we're gonna fast back forward to now, bro. So back then, when you was at the crib, you was talking about the music. I'm like, bro, you get through this, you gonna go with the music. Like, you gonna go far. You gonna whatever you want from me, bro. I'm gonna support you, bro. You got a concert. I'm buying the tickets. You just gotta commit to getting through this step, like getting through this addiction. And it's beautiful to see where you are now. You sent me some music, like 6-7 records. They all fire. I don't think you dropped all of them. I know you dropped 90 Days.
Only one. Out of all the records I sent you?
I think you got one.
What You
Not
Know
Alone
About It?
or something. Is it?
Nah, I got, right now it's 90 Days, What You Know About It, How We Living. That was it.
Okay. My bad. I'm giving them too much because you sent me other ones that I know the title.
I sent you the unreleased.
You sent me the unreleased. I gotta remember that. I'm finna leak you right now.
Nah, you good though, because I got all those snippets on my Instagram right now. So
okay,
you go on my Instagram, I'm promoting songs not even out, you know?
For sure. And it's you talking about your story.
I'm talking about everything.
In a major way.
Talking about
You're going crazy on them records.
Thank you.
So what's the plan, bro? What you got planned for those records? I know you got some singles out getting back in motion.
All right, this is my plan. So my plan, I'm gonna drop EP, hit them with a couple of the songs where I'm talking about my sobriety. And my biggest plan with this is I'm trying to reach a broad audience, right? So I'm trying to reach an audience where it's everybody. It's nobody discluded. It's no cuss words, you know what I'm saying? There's no parental advisory on it. Your kids can listen to it, your grandma can listen to it, you know what I'm saying? Anybody. But it's more of a thing where it's like, I want people to be able to, if you feeling something that you know you can't speak on, because I couldn't speak on it. Thank God gave me the energy and the blessing to be able to speak on it for him. So it's like he using me as a vessel. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my word out with this music to everybody. And you could be going through whatever I'm speaking on, or even know somebody going through it, you know what I mean? And you be able to listen to it and be like, dang, I feel that, you know what I'm saying? I feel that, I know somebody went through that, dang, that hit different, you know what I mean? Bring people together, give some people in this world hope that you can get through something, or even make you not look at the people like bro was talking about. Me and bro was saying, like, look at basic junkies, whatever the case may be, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of them people could have, you realize some of them believe in God, some of them have good hearts and everything, they just have no help, no support, and it goes on for so long that they don't want the help or support. Mm-hmm. That's what happens. You go on for so long, eventually you don't want it no more. You just used to doing what you're doing until it break. You have to have like a forceful help. Like a help that you have no option to say no to. You know what I mean? Like, to break out of that, like, that's how bad the curse with that addiction is. You know what I mean? Like, ain't nothing you can do to stop yourself. And for anybody who did, kudos to you. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations. But I know for a fact I couldn't. You know what I'm saying? There was nothing I could do. And I peep it. Being out there, seeing people, I got to look at them a whole different way. Like, whoa, yo, this is a lifestyle they living. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even know what I was doing was what they was doing.
Yeah.
Bro, like, I was getting high. Shoot.
Yeah,
I was dumb in denial, but yeah, man, I just want to be able to get the word out, you know what I mean, to be able to overcome stuff, let people know what you're going through, make real pain music, something different, you know, still the same bop what people like to listen to, hip-hop, single, whatever the case may be, but give a different message. I want to give a different message, especially because I'm able to do it. I'm a good artist, you know what I mean, so I'm going to do that. That's what I'm going to do.
Hip-hop used to be all about the message.
It was.
And,
until the message became, you know what I think it is too, because I still got a big fan base on drill music, trap music, all that stuff. After I get my message clear to the world, I'm going to give y'all those songs again, but I'm letting y'all, the good thing we having this interview so y'all know this, right? I'm going to give y'all them songs because I know y'all like it. But when I do give y'all these songs, just know I'm still on this journey. I'm still on this recovery journey, you know what I'm saying? I'm still supporting that fully. I'm just able to give that type of music out to y'all still too, because that's what I know how to do.
To what you
it's
going
authentic,
through right
you know
now.
what I'm saying? But I'm talking about for like drilling or trapping or whatever. Even if I'm not doing it right now, because like I said, I'm supporting this form of music, I will eventually still give y'all all those songs, because I done built a crazy catalog of those songs that people would love, you know what I mean? That like that type of music that I never put out, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, after I do my thing with this, I got the fans, I got y'all.
And the undertone is still there on your new records. Just from me having been listening to it, the undertone, the beat is the beat selection is still there. The aggressiveness on the record is still there. So we get all the same feels, except when I'm listening to him, I'm like, man, he talking on, just me knowing the story, I'm like, he talking on some what really happened. You feel me? He talking on what he really went through. And that being able to be felt makes the music that much greater for sure.
100.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
What's your relation? What's your spiritually? What did you go through at the time, and what's your relationship with God, and how you working on that nowadays?
My relationship is a full-time relationship with God. So even at the time when I was going through what I was going through, I still was putting Him first. But it was more of a thing where I felt like God was telling me, yeah, I know you living, I know you where your heart is, but if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to be somewhere you don't want to be. And I feel like that's what He was telling me. And I kept saying, okay, I got faith to change, but since you're telling me that, I'm going to need to do something fast because it's getting close to my days. So I had to do something. And ever since, it's like, I've been praying every day, like multiple times. Anytime I tell myself I got to pray, I just do it. Because I look at it like this. And this is for me. I don't know about anybody else. Once I started doing it and I realized how much negativity's been avoided since, or whatever I pray for, I don't just pray for myself. I pray for my family, everybody I love first, friends, whoever, then myself, keep me out of harm's way, the devil, anything that's not meant for me, you know what I'm saying? Take that desire to use and all that other stuff away, whatever the case may be. It works. You know what I mean? Bless you. But it works. So it's like, but you gotta put faith, like you gotta put work into it though. You know what I'm saying? You still gotta put work into it, but it works. So it's like my connection with God is great. You know what I mean? That's how I really feel, because, man, honestly, like to be able to look at life different again. You know what I mean? Like when I was a kid, it's different. It's a whole different feeling. It's great to be able to go to the basketball court and play basketball. Wake up, make something to eat it. Like it's the little stuff that you wake up every day and don't even appreciate nothing. Yeah. The grass being green, even if it's brown, you seen the grass. You know what I mean? Like, it's the little stuff, and I don't know, he very uplifting. But what I like about that is, it's like, I don't have to be the type of guy that go to church every Sunday to be able to get his word out, or to be able to live by Him, or to be able to try to at least help you, give you some faith. You know what I mean? God help people who don't believe in Him every day. You know what I mean? That's how strong of a person He is. You know what I mean? It's always going to be people who going to feel however they feel. Oh, this man wrote the book. I don't care about none of that. Whatever The feeling I got connection with him, that's
It's
between
about-
me
it's
and
about
him.
the
You know what I mean?
relationship.
And that's it.
First and foremost.
That's
It could take you to these other facets, and you eventually go to church, and you get in the community. All church is a community. Wherever there's a community, you have a church. You know, of a community of believers. But not to get too
deep into that.
which we can, but it's the relationship that's most important. I know when I seen you, and after we talked and you got to rest, when you was like sleeping and whatever, all I could offer you was prayer. You feel me?
And speaking on that, not even to cut you off, you gave me this bracelet, bro. It was a serenity prayer. I didn't know what no serenity prayer was. He gave me a bracelet before I went into rehab. Swear to on everything. I look at the bracelet, I read the prayer. But when I went to rehab, they had us saying that prayer every day. I'm like, wait, hold on. That was that same prayer that was on that bracelet. On everything I love. I'm talking about they had us saying that prayer every day. It's called a serenity prayer. If you know, you know, every day. It wasn't a day we did not say that prayer. Yeah. Every day. And I didn't even know all the words to it at first. But I'm like, wait, hold on. That's that prayer that was on that bracelet. I'm like, yo, God working for mysterious ways. Mysterious ways. I'm like, yo, that was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. That was crazy. Every day. Imagine. You got to hear that prayer every day for 90 days. You know what I'm saying? Which, it's not a problem. But it was just something like, wow, I never seen that coming. You know what I'm saying?
He was calling you, man. I ain't do nothing personally. I was used. Everybody around you was used, man.
It was that made me be able to. How bad it was in there though was how it gave me the. What's the best way I could break it down? I got to learn you need it for yourself. You got to do it for yourself. I'm gonna put it like that. Yeah. You have to do it for yourself first. You know what I mean? Because if you don't do it for yourself, you'll never be able to do it for anybody else. You know what I mean? I have to do it for me first before I can do it for anybody. Because if I try to do it for you, I might let you down. And I don't mean to take you to take that the wrong way. But once you learn how to love yourself first, then you can love somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So once I learn how to do things for myself, learn I need life to fight addiction, whatever the case may be there for my son, for myself, now I can't let you down. You know what I'm saying? I could do for you. I could do for people. I could want to give to other people. You know what I mean? I live life to give. You know what I mean? Which
you gotta have to give.
You got to, but you gotta give without expecting things back. You know what I mean? You gotta do it genuinely. I can give you something today. I can't just say, okay, I gave you that. I hope somebody go give me some when I leave this door. You can't think like that. You just gotta do it genuinely, and it'll just come. You know what I mean? If you don't expect it to come, it's gonna come. But you gotta be genuine. You know what I mean? That's all it is, though. Life is about giving and stuff, though. They don't be expecting to hear this from a young man, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is stuff I always believed, thought of. Yeah. It's just we live in a world where people want to hear the ignorance. Y'all want to go see me outside with G40 and sliding on ops and rapping about BS. You know what I mean? That's not what it's about. I mean, could have been going through it. I was going through it for real, really doing it and rapping about it. But how long do we last doing that, though? You know what I'm saying? How long I'm going to last if I'm really doing what I'm rapping about? You know what I'm saying? So now I'm going to rap about the positivity and see how long I last rapping about that. I should only be able to elevate. You know what I mean? Regardless if y'all want to hear positivity or not, that's just what I'm going to keep doing. Because guess what it does? It helps me get up in the morning and keep fighting, to do better. Because it's positive and I like it. You know what I mean? It's not too many. Yeah, to help the next person. You know what I mean? It's like, when you like it, get a good feeling. It's like back in the day, Evelyn or somebody. You know what I mean? Like, you hear them songs cut on, you be like, oh, snap. You don't know who it is or nothing, but you feeling it. You know what I mean? Yeah, so.
The tongue is life and death, man.
Oh, definitely.
And we know what it's used for in this music industry most of the time. But like you said, like a lot of young folks got wisdom. I remember being young and being very wise. Like now today as a grown up, there's a lot of things that you try to get back to, as far as like the youthful wisdom.
Yeah.
Like when you were youth, some kids would tell you like my nephew here, when he was a little younger, he'd be like, man, why do y'all drink? Why do you drink? What y'all get out of drinking? That's wisdom from the youth. He don't understand it, but
because he didn't do it.
Because he never do it, but you don't see the point of it. You feel me? But that's youthful wisdom.
It is, because guess what? If you don't do it, you're gonna forever realize you don't need it.
You don't need it.
If you don't put your foot in that water, you're gonna realize you don't need to swim now.
Yeah. The more you know, the more you fall deeper into sin. I know you as a young dude, you
It's
very
all
wise.
about the youth. Like, look, I just posted a snippet today, you feel me, of the song that I'm talking about, where I'm saying, like, you feel me, I'd rather help somebody else before I help myself. You know what I'm saying? I said give positive words to the youth to help my mental health. You know what I'm saying? See, I'm like, you feel me? You feel me? Hold on, gotta hit him again.
Unless you got another record on it. You ain't send me that one.
Give words of wisdom to the youth to help my mental health. I gotta feed somebody else before I hate myself. Who would've thought it'd be a day I'd really hate myself?
You know what I'm saying? It's about, I give words of wisdom to the youth. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's about. It's the youth. It's all, they going to be our future doctors. They going to be the ones who got to take control one day. You know what I mean? We going to get old. They got to take control. We got to help them. You know what I mean? We don't want them following our footsteps. And I'm not perfect. I was the type of person, you could have been somebody that's positive in my life or a relative, whatever, and told me, don't jump in that water. You going to drown.
Jump in that water.
I was going to listen. Then I was going to jump in that water. Almost drown, get out of it, and come back and tell you, dang, bro, I knew I shouldn't have jumped in that water. I was gonna drown. You know what I'm saying? Now I know not to get in the water because I want to go learn it the hard way. You know what I mean? Not everything you gotta learn the hard way. Some things you just gotta listen to. I'm gonna be real. I was the one who gonna go learn it the hard way. But we gotta help the kids not do that. You know what I'm saying? We gotta help get them better guidance. Cause when all you see is negativity and that's all around you, it's easy to be a product of your environment.
Yeah,
it's easy, super easy. If everybody around me gangbanging, doing this, down the third, it's easy. But ain't nothing wrong with being yourself. It don't matter what's going on around you. If you know to be positive, you know pull your pants up, you know to have respect, hold the door, whatever. Don't start doing that just because when you held the door, somebody ain't say thank you. You know what I'm saying? Don't change you because of what's going on around you. Still be you. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong ever gonna come from that.
No.
So sure, just make you a better person, stronger person. Because people change their ways of how they are every day. Woman, man, you know what I mean? They're around people.
Authenticity is a superpower, man.
That's all it's about.
Authenticity
Just being real, man.
real superpower. Like, you gonna be authentic. It's people authentic than when everything change, everybody start changing around you. Now you gonna switch up and you try to be somebody else. Next thing you know, they trying to be what you was.
Mm-hmm.
So you switching lanes, they get in your lane. Just stay in your lane, be authentic, man. It take you far every time. But we gonna wrap it up. I know you got some music, bro. We got the singles out, 90 days out right now. I don't know what you dropping next, but let them know your next record, your next single.
My next record I'm dropping, it's called Past. I'm saying I don't ever want to go back in the past. You know what I'm saying? That's which I don't. But this the word I'm getting out with that song. I got a lot of content and stuff behind it. I'm just speaking about real stuff, like real stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking about my body aching. You know what I'm saying? And wondering where my mind went.
Real life.
Not being able to fight. You know what I mean? Looking at myself in the mirror in shame, like, dang, bro, where my muscles went, all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it 1,000 on how I felt. You know, and I'm pretty sure people felt the same way too, but they didn't speak on it. I wouldn't want to speak on it. So I thank my parents, I thank my mom, Billy. I thank everybody who was fighting for me. You know what I mean? They didn't give up. I did, they didn't. And now I'm here to be able to not give up again. You know what I'm saying? To give wisdom and whatever I can help. You know what I'm saying? With any of the youth, whoever needs it. It don't matter how old you are. I'm trying to put that good message out there to everybody. You know what I mean? Not perfect. Nobody perfect. Gotta let y'all know that. But hold on, who this holy man think he perfect? No, I'm not perfect. No. But I still want to be able to help get a word out there for positivity. No matter what the chaos going on around you, it's still some space for positivity. It's always space for it. You just gotta be the light to get a positivity in the darkness. You know what I'm saying? That's all you gotta do. It ain't easy. Easier said than done, but you could do it.
But you could do it. If Turk did it, you could do it.
Oh yeah, if I did it, you could do it.
Yeah, man.
You could do it, man.
I love it. We spoke on a few things here today, man. I was really looking forward to speaking on. Obviously, the centerfold has been addiction, but addiction is something we all going through
every day.
People don't want to. I ain't no drug. We addicted. Check that screen time.
I want to know the big. I was just about to say, y'all want to know the biggest addiction right here.
Check that screen time, man.
It's the biggest addiction, man.
Look,
you can't go outside without seeing people like this.
If you ain't addicted to this, you addicted to negative thoughts. You know what I'm saying?
They did it to this and negative thought.
If you procrastinating all day, you sitting here, you want to do, when your brain, you want to do something, your heart want to do something, but you can't get your body to do it, you under some form of addiction or some form of manipulation one way or another. So we all got our things we go through. Ain't nobody perfect, but you a big testimony, a big inspiration right now for what you went through. Me being a witness to that, I can attest that you was really in the hole, like you was really in the dark, and like you really made it out of there. And you really next to me, like you know,
Like it never happened.
like it never happened, like we prophesized. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, man, Turk the Savage in the flesh, man. It's good to see you again. Thanks for joining us here at Changing the Youth, and we're looking forward to have you back, man. I'm always interested and always up to see your progression as an artist, as an individual, now as a father, and as a man of God too.
Let's go.
You feel me? Changing the Youth, hottest podcast in the city, featuring Turk the Savage. Y'all give it up. Check him out, all platforms, Turk the Savage.
There you go.